I believe my girlfriend is cheating on me. She told me it's nothing and I shouldn't look too much into it. Shit, guys. Okay, so I have been dating my girlfriend for 6 years and things have been going great. Amazingly, actually. Right now, she has gone to her hometown to meet up with her family. We talk every day and she told me she has been enjoying herself and I am super happy that she is having a great time. That's actually my hometown too, but both of us moved to Chicago for 1.5 years ago. Yesterday morning, I received a text from one of our mutual friends who also lived in my hometown. At first, she made small talk and then told me wants to tell me something serious, and that was that she allegedly saw my girlfriend on a date with a guy. At first, I did not believe her, obviously, but then she sent me photos she took and my girlfriend was having some dinner with some guy. Still not a problem for me. It could be a friend or a cousin. She also sent a small video showing them holding hands. Still not a problem because people hold hands, especially if he was an old childhood friend or a cousin. Guy had his back partially towards the camera so his face was not visible. The same night while talking to her on the phone, I brought this up just to ask what she did and she told me she stayed at home and missed me. I was hoping she would say he was XYZ and I would have been like, okay, cool, but her lying has raised my suspicion. I got more specific with her and asked if she wasn't at a restaurant with anyone and she again denied it. In the pictures Natasha sent me, I could clearly see my girlfriend's face. I don't understand lying on her part. I again asked her if she is sure and she persisted. 5 seconds later, she quickly said, okay, bye, see you tomorrow, and hang up on me. See me tomorrow? She won't come home for 2 more weeks. I'm so confused. I'm not going to lie. I panicked a little. I asked her brother if she was home and if I can talk to her, and he told me she went out with her girlfriends to a party. When I was talking to my girlfriend, I heard nothing in the background, so she was not at a party. I can't piece together why she would lie to me and her family. I talked with Natasha and she tells me that she was coincidentally at the restaurant, and since she followed both of us on our social media, hence now we have been together for 6 years. She found this fishy, so she decided to let me know. I chatted with her all night since I couldn't sleep, and she walked me through what happened a couple of times. The next day, 6 a.m., so today morning, my girlfriend calls me and asks what I was talking about, and I told her everything and asked why she lied. She never answered me, instead resorted to, babe, you won't understand and this is not what it looks like. I didn't lie. I was just drunk, so that was the alcohol talking. She told me I shouldn't look too much into it and should block Natasha, and for the next 2 minutes, she just cursed Natasha. I did end a call. Is my suspicion misplaced? In the same situation, how many of you be suspicious? Advice? Now for the top comments, here's a comment from Carly Natasha. She's cheating for sure. If she wasn't, she would have had a real explanation for you and wouldn't have lied. She also wouldn't have gotten so defensive and cursed your friend who informed you. Excuses, lies, anger. I guarantee she's trying to convince you and herself that she's in the right. Don't let her gaslight you next time you talk to her. Here's a comment from PettyFan1234. Agree that plus family either doesn't know where she is or they are covering for her. I would try to get out of the lease and be gone when she gets back. You will never be able to trust her again. Good luck. And here's a comment from Alternative Wing 922. Dude, you are being very naive. You think holding hands with another guy is okay? She was obviously on a date with this guy. Then she straight up lied to your face and gaslighted you afterwards. And you're actually gullible enough to fall for it? She told you to block Natasha because she got rattled out and caught by her. She's very clearly cheating on you. If you honestly believe her bullshit excuse of it was nothing, you're an even bigger idiot. Next story. Am I the a-hole for not sharing my dinner with my diabetic roommate and causing him to have a hypoglycemic episode? I, 23 male, rent with 3 guys. T. Michael, Simon. Simon has diabetes and he's having a hard time managing it. Here's how the problem started. I'm the last to get home. I arrived at 8 where the guys are all home. Every time I try to order food from the restaurant, I'd ask the guys if they want to order as well. They say no at first, but once my food arrives, they gather around me in the living room and help themselves to my food. It irked me a lot since it kept happening and I'm too nice to tell them off. Days ago, I came home Simon sitting on the couch. The other guys were still out. Before I ordered food, I again asked if he wanted some and he said no. This time, to avoid having to share my food, I decided to go eat in my room once the food arrived. Not gonna lie, I got some looks from Simon but I thought nothing of it. I went to bed at 11 p.m. and at around 2 a.m. I woke up to loud knocking on my door. I then opened the door and T yelled saying that Simon just had a hypoglycemic episode and Michael drove him to the hospital after I refused to share my dinner with him earlier. From what I understand, he didn't eat for hours and was counting on eating dinner with me, but I took the food to my room and he didn't get any. T and I started arguing after he called me selfish for hiding, withholding the food, and letting Simon go through this, knowing he's diabetic and can't stay without food for long periods of time. He thanked God for they recognized his symptoms and took him to the hospital early. I said I already asked if Simon wanted to eat and he said no. T said it's cause of Simon was gonna say that since he'd no money to buy food and was hoping I'd share, but I hid it instead. I said I wasn't obligated to pay for others' food, which just set him off on me about how horrible my attitude was over a few dollars, but money's an issue for me. Simon hasn't talked to me, but Michael and T kept blaming me and said that they no longer trust me around Simon. Moreover, Michael called Simon's parents. I had an argument with him because of this and he said I have no excuse for treating a diabetic like that. I've been getting a lot of bashing from them over that and I have been feeling incredibly guilty thinking that I might have contributed to this in a way. Now for the top comments. Here's a comment from JeffaCake91. Sometimes you just need someone to remind you that you are not crazy. You're definitely in the right here. Okay, tricky. I know you didn't ask for advice, but if it was me, I'd stick to keeping things civil when you were together, but not viewing or treating them as your friends. If you're up to it, try and set a boundary and that you don't share your things. Your food is your food. I know it's easier said than done. I've had housemates that took advantage in the past and confronting them was very uncomfortable but worth it in the long run. My food stopped going missing once I'd firmly told them no, and they stopped asking to borrow things, which they never returned every 5 minutes. Good luck. Here's a comment from Habitat Green. Yeah, this sounds like a situation where you get a mini fridge for your own room and get locks for all the doors belonging to you, including the mini fridge. Perhaps even your own cutlery and dishware, because I have the feeling that they will retaliate for the OP being childish for getting his own mini fridge and not sharing his food. Here's a comment from Lady of Salop 1. Quite honestly, this is so weird that I believe the roommates actively laugh about how they take OP's food and he says nothing. I would bet money that Simon let the guys know the jig is up when OP took the food to his room. So to re-establish dominance, they all got together to pretend Simon suffered. The dynamic is too weird for it to be total ignorance. It's not like they're actually satisfying their appetites from sharing a single meal. This is about power dynamics.